Hi everyone, I'm doing a vlog. Why am I doing a vlog? Because obviously people haven't been listening to me on Facebook or Twitter or Google Talk or pretty much any of the other social messaging sites that I've been using. People don't understand what I'm trying to say, or they ignore me completely. Well, you can't ignore a video because you've got to willingly click on it to see its content. So if you don't want to hear what I have to say, you haven't hit the button, so you're not even here to complain. So for all of you that do want to see it, welcome. I've got a problem, and it's a problem that I've been trying to fix in myself as well as everybody else, but I can't, you can't change things overnight. You can't change people overnight. I'm actually at the point where I don't think you can change people, but that's beside the point. The thing is that why do we as humans all continually hate each other all the time? I mean, it seems like every time I turn on the news or turn on, the local gossip, which I really shouldn't care about, but the fact is people gossip. Look, I see these people. I see them talking. I hear them talking. Well, I don't see them. If I saw them talking, that would be weird. Could you imagine if we had thought bubbles that just popped up at the top of our head and just said everything we like to say? It's like, I didn't know Donna likes purple dildos. That's interesting. No, the thing is that people compartmentalize everybody else and find reasons to hate other people. I mean, why have we become so cynical? Why has New York City spread from New York City to the rest of the world? When did this happen? Why is it occurring this way? I mean, we've all become cynical. We've all become bitter. We've all become, and we compartmentalize people into these groups, and we find reasons to hate these groups. You want to know why? Because if we didn't have somebody to hate, we'd turn that in on ourselves, and we'd have to do self-reflection. We'd have to look at ourselves in a deep and philosophical manner to see exactly what we are made of, to see who we are as a person. And we don't like the answer to that. We really don't like the answer to that. We don't want to know the answer to that. Because we know deep down a lot of us are assholes. Honestly, me included. We're all complete, just jerk-face assholes. But we like to think that we're good, honest, hardworking people. We like that dream because everybody wants to be the good guy. Nobody really wants to be the bad guy. But the thing is that even the bad guys think they're the good guys. And it's confusing because, look, hating people based on colors is bad. You don't hate the color black. In fact, most of you goth kids wear it all the time. That's all you wear. And then you start listening to friggin' what do goth kids listen to these days? Nickelback. That's it. And you listen to Nickelback, and then you get all sad and depressed, and then you're wearing black clothing and you're wearing the lipstick. And look, the point is, you don't hate the color. Okay, you like the color. But you hate people simply based on color, which is stupid for two reasons. Number one, we're all pink on the inside. We've got tissue and muscle and blood, and all of it's the same. It's all the same content. Like, it doesn't matter which personality is on the box, okay? The inside of the box contains the same damn disc with the same damn information. And that's what I don't get. We're all human. No matter what we think, we're all human. Even you guys, furries, I love you guys, but you're still human. At least until we invent the technology to turn you into something else. That'll be awesome. But look, we're all human. And we hate each other based on the stupidest criteria. We either hate someone based on the color of their skin. We hate people because of sexual orientation, which to me is a little weird. I mean, think about it. Come on. Do I bust into your home, look at you while you're banging your wife missionary style? Do I sit there with a banner and a cap, go, keep going, yeah, just cheering you on, and then you finally orgasm, and it's like, well, that's it, touchdown or goal or whatever the football fans do, and then I run out of your house before you call the police. But that's a fun time. But the thing is, why do we care? Why? It doesn't affect us. It has no effect on... Nobody is going out fucking you in the ass willy-nilly in the middle of public, okay? Nobody's coming up to you at the 7-Eleven and, shoving their penis into you. Nobody's doing it, okay? But yet you hate people based on this, and that is strange to me. It really is. Another thing we hate people on is based on mental illness. We assume that everyone who has some sort of mental illness is broken and crazy and needs to be locked up in an institution before they destroy everybody, because everyone assumes that we're all serial killers. But here's the honest truth. Think of it like this. All serial killers have mental illness, but not everybody who has mental illness is a serial killer. It's really that simple. I personally, I've kept my kill count low. I don't really want to get that whole public attention thing, and then you get on the news and you have to look for clues. Look, I don't have time. Okay, I'm not a big dog fan. I don't want to talk to Scooby-Doo, and the fact that he can talk at all is kind of frightening. And I'm starting to think about these lab techniques that they've been using, and friggin' MK Ultra is turning dogs into humans, and it's ridiculous. Look. There are other things we hate each other for, too. We hate each other based on gender. I mean, isn't that what the whole Gamergate thing is about? Is that we have gone from enjoying video games to hating females in general and harassing them, and that's not what it should be about. I mean, there is a difference between a feminist and a feminazi. The difference is usually Tumblr. But besides that, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter, male or female or asexual if you happen to be a Yoshi. It doesn't matter. Again, we're all human. Without females, there would be no reproduction, and there would be no people. Without males, there would be no fertilization, there would be no people. So the thing is, it's a symbiotic relationship, but not exactly symbiotic. It's kind of codependent. But anyway, that's not my point. The point is, we take a holiday and we celebrate it. Christmas, for most of the example. We take one day out of the year to be nice to each other and give gifts and presents, be happy and kind, and that's fine. What about the other 364 days of the year? Why aren't we being nice every day of the year and then pick one day out of the year to just be with people, just be around the people you care about, just brotherly and sisterly love? But, except for the case of Mississippi, you guys get a little too close. But the thing is that people need to bond as people. And avoiding self-reflection is not going to help you do that. Okay, if you're going to hate someone, if you're going to hate me, okay, hate me for good reasons. Hate me because I'm a selfish, intolerable prick. Hate me because I jerk off 3 times a day. It doesn't matter. Just give a good reason to hate me. I'm not saying that some hate is not warranted. Okay, obviously Hitler didn't go around hugging puppies, but look, we shouldn't hate people based on things that cannot be controlled. You cannot control the color of your skin unless you happen to be in New Jersey and sit in a tanning bed 23 hours a day. You can't control your gender unless you happen to have about $20,000 laying around and a doctor who's bored. You can't change being ill if you are, physical and mental. In that case, we hate on people in wheelchairs, which is stupid. I mean, they probably went through hell to get there. The fact that they can still get out in a wheelchair is, do you understand how important that is for people? Mobility. We don't think about it until it's gone. You don't. I mean, if you drive, think of that. Imagine that one day you can no longer drive. You are no longer capable of operating a vehicle. For a matter of fact, you can't even operate your own legs. You can't walk. You can't get up. You can't go upstairs. You can't even reach the top shelf anymore without possibly risking falling and injuring yourself even further. It's a tough life. It's all very tough. And that's what we're missing, empathy. All of us are missing a hell of a lot of empathy for other people. And personally, I blame three things. I blame society, because society tells us that it's all for us and none for everybody else. We have to watch out. Screw you, got mine. That kind of mentality. That's the part that I dislike. And that's one. And two, two kind of ties into one, and actually all three tie together. But that's beside the point. Politics. Why do we argue red versus blue? What's the point? I mean, it's the same moron in a striped suit, no matter what you do. And I understand the ideologies are different. I do. But you've let the minority part of your group. I don't mean minorities. I mean, the smaller portion of your group. You've let them take over your group. And these people are just nuts. I mean, these people are insane. And I mean both left and right. Both of you have lost your minds. And it's like it is literally like going to the zoo and watching chimpanzees fling poo at each other. And it doesn't stop. It never stops. It's all positioning. It's all positioning to obtain a mate that we cannot obtain because we don't know what we're doing. We're not even fighting over anything anymore. We're just now fighting for the sake to have someone to fight with. I mean, isn't that how Brad Pitt got his start in the Fight Club? Oh, excuse me, no, sorry, not supposed to mention that. Look, that's how that goes. Third, and this is probably what's going to get me set on fire at some point, but I feel that spirituality has lost its way. I feel that we have allowed the spiritual experience and the closeness and the oneness with God and the universe, I feel we've cast that aside in favor of dogma and hypocrisy. It's tons of hypocrisy, and it bothers me. Now, I should say this. I am a Christian Universalist, which is another whole can of beans, but I feel it's lost its way. Because they focused more on the dogma. We focused on who do we hate today rather than why don't we love everyone. That's the whole thing. You're even supposed to love your enemies, and having enemies is important. I think you got to have one guy's like, oh, that's a prick. That's fine, but you're still supposed to love these people. And we argue over the definition of love. But the thing is, love is universal. It's not something you can redefine on the whim. You can't redefine like, okay, these people deserve love, but these people don't. It doesn't work that way, okay? And I think a lot of all this boils down to money. Once money started getting introduced into the whole thing, everyone lost their minds. And I think money probably is the root of all evil because it makes everybody nuts. I mean, why do you need a collection plate when you have a $10 million building? God didn't need to build a building that big. And if he did, he wouldn't even need the building. I mean, heck, didn't Jesus gather like thousands of people out in the middle of nowhere, out in the open, just out there. They just stood there and blocked traffic. People were sitting there in chariots going, hey, get out of the way, man, I got to get to work. It's like, no, dude, listen, you got to hear this guy. Listen, it's just like, come on. The point is, nobody loves anybody anymore. Everybody tries to separate into groups, and not only is it tearing us apart, it's tearing the planet apart, because we can't even agree on how to fix problems that are going to kill everyone if we don't do something. I mean, it bothers me. Okay, I'm done. I promise my next vlog will be about something happier and cheerier. In fact, I might actually post that one before this one. So this might actually be the second vlog. If so, welcome back. But I hope that you found this informative. I hope you found it enjoyable. At the very least, if you're going to argue with me, please feel free to do so in the comments section. And everybody on Facebook and Twitter that know me and actually, check my stuff out, if I offended you, sorry, not sorry. It had to be said. I will say this though. Everybody, you guys on YouTube, you guys on Facebook, you guys on Twitter, everybody just random strangers who find this video. I love each and every one of you. All of you. But there are no strings attached to this. I love all of you. And the one thing I will always do is treat you as a human being, which I think is the one thing we're not doing. So, at the very least, you'll get that from me. So, enjoy yourself, and have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, because I have absolutely nothing better to do than post videos. So, see you later. Oh, and one more thing. If you see a proctologist, make sure he's got good depth perception.